Yeah, certainly you got something ready.
I had to stop.
Excuse me, miss.
Thinking about it, you know, he doesn't want to make a fool of himself.
No, he's put his hand down. That's why.
No. Sorry, hold on 1 second.
Why do old people like beige so much?
That's not what I was gonna ask. No, that's not what I was gonna ask. I'm so sorry. Hold on, just give me 3 seconds.
What have you found something? What is it? Have you found?
No. I had to stop the recording because I wanted the live stream. Put the live stream up. Anyway,
Okay.
well, I was curious as to how you are so knowledgeable in all of these women's colors, old ladies like makeup.
I work in Teddington, and I
mean,
Is that it? I work in Teddington.
work in Teddington.
He's like,
and
enough said.
You see, all the time, like there's loads of like older retired. I mean, in most areas though, there's like wherever there's like lots of old retired people, they're all wearing the same color beige. They've all got the same white curly hair that they've gone and done up, and it's all short now, and they've gone all Pat Butcher. They're wearing all the same shade
who's
of beige.
Pat Butcher?
A
They're
very
not old school
English, a
EastEnders.
very English
Don't worry about that.
reference. It's a very English
It's a
reference.
very English reference. Anyway.
Yeah. She's
Sorry,
like this old woman looks
the
like a
TV
tranny.
show
Old
America.
woman looks like a tranny. Bright
Over here in
blue,
That was, I was just
eyeshadow,
I
bright
was literally
pink
just talking about.
lipstick,
I was literally just talking about the
pineapples
reference
for
to the hair.
earrings. Yeah,
But anyway,
okay.
Same shade of beige, and the shoes like coat and beige shoes to match, with like some navy blue probably thing underneath. They're all wearing the same thing.
Right.
What's the definition of old though? Like how old are these women that you see?
I don't know. I'd say like 70s. The first number I'd probably
Alright.
go to is somewhere in their 70s or 70s plus.
Okay, because my mom's in her 60s, but she steals all my clothes.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah,
And
she's wearing
a
my
cool
like
person,
pink, orange,
and
leopard
she was
print
cool
traders.
back in the day. She was, and she's
Yeah.
held on to it.
Yeah.
It's true. But
Yeah.
that's the thing. Exactly. This is what going back to my point earlier. My mom's always been like a really edgy dresser. You know, it's always like whoa. You know, like when she
That's
entered
what
the
I'm
room.
saying, though.
So
You
I'm saying she always had it.
You shouldn't
That's
grow
all-
old too
yeah, but that's the
gracefully and
thing.
just wear beige like all the other old guys. Just
Yeah.
change it up.
But they
Wear
might have
your
been
daughter's
wearing.
clothes.
But they might have been wearing beige since they were, you know, a teenager.
Well, then that's insane. Imagine wearing
Well,
beige
that's
your
the
whole
thing. I think
life.
sometimes we give these old people too much credit. Like they used to be cool and sexy, and have always just been boring and
Beige
unsexy and unattractive. You know what I mean? And so you're like, you go, okay,
Boring,
sure, I can
beige
see
wearing.
this. Yeah.
They've always had that hearing aid in. It's just all
That's
been the
fine
same.
then, but then it'd be really sad. If you're
Hearing
super
aid beige.
sexy.
That's the color beige.
Ugh.
They get the hearing aid and they match all their clothes to the color of their hearing aid.
I mean,
hearing
camel
aid
is like a sexy form of beige. I mean, that's classy, but just beige.
What, camel?
Camel.
Camel?
Camel toe.
Oh.
Why is camel a sexy
Camel.
form of beige?
That's like classy. You're like, oh shit, you're wearing camel.
I've never looked at someone and thought, oh my gosh, you're wearing camel. What color is camel exactly?
It's like a dark
You're gonna have to like get because
It's like a tan. It's like her. It's like her skin complexion
I'm
almost.
wearing my skin.
Yes.
That's why you love it so much. Looks like you're wearing me.
That's what color it is. So, that's cool. So Tenerife for your birthday. That's pretty nice. You
Tenerife
went.
and unattractive old people.
Yeah, I mean that's what
That
happens.
made me feel good about myself, so.
Yeah, that's all that, especially for your birthday, because you came in
Exactly.
open about your birthday.
Yeah, man.
Why?
I was like Joey in Friends. Now I'm going to an American reference, so at least I can even it out some way or another.
Some way.
On his first 30th birthday, where he's like, "Why God, why?"
We had a deal.
We had a deal, exactly. Because now now I've got a whole other number at the beginning of my age, which I don't like.
So
Okay.
what?
It doesn't
And,
matter. Really
like,
doesn't matter.
And
Yeah.
like I now have to fill out like a whole other section of forms now. I'm in like a
What?
whole other category.
No, you're 29
normally
and
it's like-
35, aren't you?
No,
Well, how
it
do the
doesn't
sections
like normally
work?
like 25.
Are
to
you
29 or
seriously
something like that.
trying to sit here and have a bitch about coming out of the
One age
20
bracket.
to 29 bubble on the fucking thing?
As part of it,
Get out of
but
it.
it all matters towards the same cause.
What?
don't
What?
matters?
I didn't-
Learning more about life and experiencing
Yeah, exactly.
things. Remember what we said
We
back
had this
on?
earlier.
Remember what we said back
Doesn't
on?
mean you learn anything just because I'm a year older. It doesn't mean I've learned
Yeah.
anymore.
Might be a year
No.
older.
I could be,
You're
I could be
moving-
getting
10
more
years
and more
dumber.
You're moving closer to
death.
learning more.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
You're healthy. You have a job. You
Yeah.
got friends. You got family. Shut your mouth.
I've got like 2 of those things.
Well, you're
can
ahead
pick
of the
which
game.
two.
I've got
Well,
one.
We're not your friends.
Yeah, exactly. I was like,
We hate you. So, okay. I see. Got tons of things going for you.
We'll see. We'll see about that.
embrace it. Live your life,
I'm just
man.
gonna have to get on with it now. Now it's done.
Yeah. Now you've got.
Yeah.
I've been messing around for 30 years. Right? That was like the pre-drinking. And
That was the before going out session.
Now I'm going
Now
to
I'm
the
going
club.
out.
The club
Now
30s.
I'm hitting the town. It's all going off.
Right on.
I'm actually going out on Saturday, so
Are you?
I'm gonna give you a lot of drunken call and just see and. Just
Yeah, let's put that on the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do. I do that. I'll be looking for you. You're going out what night? I'll call you.
Saturday.
I'll
I dare
call
you to
you.
call me
Should
at
we
Saturday
do
at
that?
2 or 3 in the morning.
All right, I'll do it.
Why don't we do like a drunken call segment? We get people to call us when they're like drunk, and we'll put it on, and we'll just be like,
I like it.
yeah.
Hey, Google.
You actually
Call
gonna set an alarm?
Liam at 2 a.m. on Sunday morning.
2 a.m.
2 a.m. Thank you.
Right.
What
Good
time?
time, motherfucker. 2 a.m. 2 a.m.
Don't.
Okay, I got it. So anyway, yeah, we'll do that. We'll sort that out for sure.
All right.
Oh, that's like, we'll write a little list of questions to ask him.
Yeah, absolutely.
The truth serum. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
That's fucking awesome. I love it. So what'd you do for your birthday then?
Went for a late lunch in Richmond, which was very nice.
My friend's the mayor of
Really nice.
Richmond,
She
actually.
was the mayor of Richmond.
Yeah. Nancy.
Wait, actually, or you just made that up and they just
Really,
they
she's American. Her name's Nancy. She's the mayor of
An
Richmond.
American is the mayor of one of our towns.
Yeah, she's the mayor of Richmond. That's why I said I wanted to move
Disgusts
to
me.
Richmond earlier before
Oh,
doing
okay.
pre-production.
No, Nancy. Somebody else will be running for mayor next year.
What power does Nancy have?
Gerard
Did you get me a
Richmond.
place in Richmond?
I don't know.
Get you a place in Richmond.
Yeah,
So
what do
do you
you-
mean a place?
Yeah.
Like on the board or like on the council, or just like you want like
You
to
want-
rent a premises?
Yeah.
Oh, want to give me a house?
She's not a fucking estate agent.
She can sort it out.
Yeah, sort it out, Nancy.
She just goes into Dexter's or something and goes, "Look,
Yeah.
I literally run this town. Like,
this
if
big,
someone needs a house,
powerful
I'm getting them a
mayor.
house."
Get us some houses in Richmond.
If
I
that's,
will cut
if
your
that's what
funding.
if that's what were happening, I wouldn't be living in Sunninghill. Can you come a little bit closer? Just scooch in a bit. No. But anyway, so I interrupted you. So that's what you did on your birthday.
Late lunch in Richmond. Then I went to a shisha lounge or hookah lounge, depending on where in the world
or
you
hubbly
live.
bubbly.
Or that. I don't know who else has ever called it that.
Just her.
Just you.
Her and her family are probably got these.
Yeah.
Every family have these little words
Yeah,
and
you'll-
phrases.
yeah.
we
No,
make
because
up.
it's called hubbly bubbly. It's onomatopoeic because of the bubbles.
Who in the and I really don't know. Where have you ever heard anyone say hubbly bubbly?
In Jordan. In Jordan.
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 In Jordan, darling.
Jordan. In my Jordan garden. Jordan. That's what they used.
I've
That was the
never
first
gone-
time I was exposed to it. When I was, I think I was like
the thing
16
is, though,
years
that's
old.
their way of like projecting it to a person who they're looking at. Like,
As
if
a
I
child.
Say, if I say like shisha or hookah to this person who's English, they're not going to talk about. So I'm just going to say hubbly bubbly.
Plus, I was like
their way of,
16, so they're like, oh yeah.
yeah, so they
She
can't
liked
say
the
it.
sound
because
of
they're
that,
probably
won't
like,
she?
oh, well, we can't say shisha because she's probably too young for that. So we're going to just say,
Hubbly
you want to come in for some hubbly bubbly? They're probably they were offering you something completely different.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
when you went in and looked
just
for a
heard it.
shisha, they were just like, oh, okay.
Hey man, you made that story
This
so
hubbly
like
bubbly.
that's like really tainted.
Your story, your disgusting Jordan story, or Dan.
Nasty.
And then after that, we chilled.
Yeah.
Yes.
What's
I-
happening Saturday?
Saturday,
Yeah, where we going?
I'm going to Toy Shop in Putney.
Oh cool. Okay,
Anybody
see
who
that.
listens to this, episode 3.
This shit's live streaming right now, by the way.
Oh.
Sorry, that's why I stopped. That's why I stopped it earlier.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah.
Well,
Let's all celebrate with Liam. Let's
so
find some
just throw the
shots.
invite there to the whole of the world.
Yeah, that's
that would be dope
right.
if like all 12 people that watch the podcast showed up.
Yeah, that'd be so funny. It'd be awesome. And we're
If
gonna like,
somebody
get drunk
comes up-
calls from them. We're like,
Someone's gonna know what I look like. If they're watching, they're gonna know what I look like, so they could literally turn up and be like, "It was you that invited me." I'll be like, Okay.
Yeah, and what if it's some hot chick with some amazing figure that you just fall in love with? That's watch the podcast.
What
And
are the
also
chances of that?
an
Why
amazing
make
mind.
it? Yeah, well, yeah, I get
Just now with a
no,
book
no.
At the toy shop. Like, hi. Let me just have a break from my Pride and Prejudice.
He just turned 30. He's not giving a shit about any of that right now. All he's worried about is the hookup and being pretty. You got to be pretty, and you got to be able to hold a conversation and bring back desperados and not the
Wait,
wrong.
have I got to be pretty or have they got to be pretty?
She's got to be.
Okay.
Yeah,
You're a
don't
guy,
worry
dude.
about it.
You're a guy. You're a dude. You don't have to
You
be
do,
pretty,
man.
man. You don't have
Put
to
a
be
paper bag
pretty.
over your
I'm
head.
drinking
fine.
desperados like this. I have to be pretty.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Really
Well,
have to be
to be fair, that wasn't really your fault. That was the.
What do you mean? That looks classy as fuck.
The waitress.
You just
and I
emasculated me.
agree. I agree with the waitress that it actually
waitress.
looks better. Well, you're the
No,
Yeah,
one.
exactly.
no,
I'm
that's
like,
emasculated. I've been emasculated. This is not the masculine way of drinking beer.
First of
You
all,
want
you
something
need.
phallic in your mouth?
Yeah,
to,
thank you,
know,
thank you. I was just gonna
project a
say,
more
do you see what?
masculine image?
Just gonna say, do you see what she's over there?
Yeah, if there's a
tipping
dick
back?
comment, I'm gonna get in there.
I would. Yeah, we know that.
Innuendo continues.
I'm surprised.
Yes, we're good.
I'm surprised you're not already talking to the damn thing like you do.
I did like when we started. I was like, hi.
Oh, that's right.
She's already been
Little,
stroking
you
it.
know.
That's right.
Stroking the ego.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So what else we got going on in the world? I know, like we said, we didn't give a shit. Trump got acquitted. We knew that was happening.
We knew it was going to
Anyway.
happen. He's a terrible person. The
Somebody
Americans
just needs to
are...
assassinate that guy.
Whoa. I need a censorship button on my mixer board over here. We've got nothing. We've got nothing. We've got nothing. What? Yeah, that one might work for that. Jesus.
She literally just got you taken off there.
Forever.
Don't worry, they've got some shit on the black market. It's probably gonna happen.
Yeah, I think I already hear the doorbell ringing.
Yep.
We need to have a conversation with yourself. This is your house. Actually, I have a friend who works for the federal government now. He's a good friend of mine, and I called him or I was texting him actually on iMessenger or whatever. And he's an author, and he's like, yeah, I'm not doing another book just yet. I went back to work, and doesn't matter what he does, but he works for the federal government now, so he technically is in the Trump administration. So, yeah. And he's like, yeah,
these friendships ended.
He's like, yeah, they're doing they did a background check for like 30 days, and it's like an ongoing background check. So I was like, yeah, I'll talk to you when
you have to cut that tie.
You don't want to talk to me, bro. If you see in the podcast and thinking you're some kind of
So Jenny
a nut.
also just got your friend fired.
Well, I didn't get him fired. Well, he's welcome. I helped you put you on a better path.
That's awesome. So, what do you got for us for your Florida segment? Your Florida.
Oh no, he Florida didn't. I didn't know you had actually already assigned it to a button.
Oh, it's got its own
I
button,
didn't
baby.
realize it had a button.
It's
already.
got a button. You want to hear it again?
Jealous, you got a
Oh
button.
no, he Florida didn't.
Yeah, you got a button.
When that comes on, can you do the action? Because you do like the more. You
What
give,
do I do?
You just have like that
Do I?
down. You do that
I
all
didn't
the
even
time.
know. I was like,
You not even realize you're doing it.
I didn't know.
It's like an
Oh.
involuntary movement that
Yeah, it's
she's
like a reflex.
just.
It's a tick.
It comes on and you start kind of just doing. So,
In Florida news.
in Florida news, a man was arrested for what was the actual charge? What's the actual charge?
His story, he's asking me.
I was gonna say.
Just make it
he
up,
threw
son.
an alligator through a Wendy's drive-through window.
Oh, yes.
That's pretty rude.
Yeah, it is rude, especially because Wendy's is like my favorite fast food place back
Really?
home. Yeah. If I go home, chain fast food place. Sorry. There's a
It's
place
just
called Wendy's. Oh, it's
Yeah.
delicious. Have you ever had it before?
No.
Ooh. If you eat I don't eat fast food, but that's one of those home things, that you grew up with as a kid when you probably could eat it and it'd be okay. But anyway, Wendy's is good.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of Domino's boxes in your
Domino's
I've
boxes
seen them. I've
upstairs.
seen them.
Well, pizza.
Yeah, that's fast food. Especially Domino's. Okay, Domino's makes the fast food, so I'm like, oh, I don't eat fast food.
This episode is not sponsored by Domino's.
Oh, nah, Domino's.
So anyway, Wendy's.
Anywho,
The Grinch over here.
the way it was described by you as not very nice, or whatever you said,
Yes.
is probably the nicest way of putting it. Because if you just imagine going up to like a McDonald's here and forget like so if you just throw a rat in like a McDonald's window, like you'd probably be sued
Yeah,
by
but wait a
McDonald's
second.
for your
These
whole life.
windows are like kind of secured, and they've got like the little holes cut out, right?
No, what kind of a jail
going to?
bank are you? Put the money in
Where
the
are you
slot.
ordering your food from?
I know, they're put the shit in the slot.
What
No,
area delivery to the
the
point of-
drive-through window opens like
Really?
it does open
okay.
here.
You know what? So I was on a bus today, and I saw that with the bus driver. He had like the shield, and like some
You
holes.
thought a
or
bus was
whatever.
a drive-through.
Well, I thought maybe they had a protective thing.
At
Yeah,
the
the
drive,
bus
have you
driver
never been
does.
through a
When they
drive-through
order-
before?
When they order the food, and then they go further down, and then it's like.
And
oh,
that's
here's
where
the
you get your food.
And that's when he threw.
That's
the
when he throws the
alligator.
alligators in.
That would make
Where did
sense.
you think he? What did you think he tried to do? Like
through the ordering part. Yeah, I like the order up, and I and
he's trying to put an alligator through this essentially.
But that's why
wow.
it would make sense, because he would be frustrated at the person, because he was like, I want extra large chips. And they're like, you want extra large? It's like, extra. And then it's like this whole thing. And then I'd be like, I'm so fucking annoying, I'll throw an alligator. You know, that's when I would get annoyed.
No,
Why
but you
was
get,
he
you
throwing-
get, your annoyance probably gets progressively worse if they can't get your order right to the point that so you've already got the alligator in the van, and then when it gets around to the other side, you're so mad by that point because you've been queuing, and they couldn't get your order right, and they give you like the extra when you ordered the extra apparently because that's a thing. And then you're like, oh, this is just the extra, and then you launch the alligator through because that's how you react to these situations.
I would have made
Apparently.
sure they got my order correct in the first place, and then I wouldn't have that situation afterwards.
But when it goes wrong, so next time you go to a drive-through, a prison drive-through, you're gonna throw
I feel like there could be a
you're gonna
theme.
throw a deadly
Yeah.
animal through the window if they don't get your.
No, I'm saying I would make sure they would get it right, so I wouldn't have to throw an alligator at
I love how
them.
no one's questioning why this guy has a fucking alligator in his car.
Well, no, I mean, it's Florida. I thought everybody drove around with an alligator in their car. Kind of like, you know, state icon.
I am intrigued as to where the alligator was. Like, so was it because it was a pickup truck? So was it like in the cab bit, and he actually had to physically get out and like pick it up and like drag it out and like spin it around and launch it in like a hammer throw? Or was it small enough that he could literally pick it up like a baby alligator and he was just like able to kind of like feed it
no,
through?
threw a baby.
This alligator looks pretty big.
Wow.
I mean, it's not like something you see on TV where it snaps someone's head off. I mean, it's probably about. It looks like it's about as big as this desk from head to toe.
You gotta be pretty fucking strong to do
Not
that.
necessarily that wide, but definitely that long. So
Yeah,
No,
it's
well,
kind of
that's
strange.
probably,
Even
it's probably-
longer.
It's not quite big enough. I mean, he may have been able to actually have that then on like the front seat.
Yeah, passenger seat alligator. Yeah.
But you've got to be very confident that that thing's not
But
going to
maybe that's
attack
the
you at any
thing.
minute.
Maybe it was his friend. And that's like, he's been a little dickhead towards the person who threw it at, but also
I think
the alligator.
alligator was his friend.
No, that's what I'm saying. Maybe he was. And now he betrayed the alligator by throwing him at somebody.
Okay, so what?
yeah.
I'm
Next
basically saying
story.
He
I
pissed
thought
off
you were
two
saying
people.
that
Pissed
I-
off two people. The person he threw the alligator at, but also the alligator.
Maybe the other person that is in the drive-through is someone that he doesn't like anymore. That was his friend, and now because they don't like each other, that's how they get their own back, and they throw alligators.
Maybe it's
at each other.
joke. It's like a
Maybe
thing
it's an
they do.
it's an
Maybe it's an
ongoing
ongoing joke.
It's an on-running joke. And they like, you know, in the way that you play that game where you progressively say something louder, like on the train or something like that.
Yeah.
Like they progressively throw even more dangerous animals at each other. So it started off as like hamsters,
Oh,
And,
that'd
like,
be sad to
guinea
throw a
pigs.
hamster. Plus,
and
you
then it
would
went
have
to
killed
like
a
a
hamster.
cat, and then it went to a dog, and then he was like, "Just you watch on Wednesday, I've got you."
But do you think he escalated? Like the other guy, like threw a hamster at him, like the week before, and then he was like, "I'll fucking show you." And he's like,
That's what I'm saying. Like he literally got.
"Ah, tit for tat, bitch. You're like, no, it's not tit for tat. That is definitely not a good example of tit for tat. Oh dear.
It's a good game.
Yeah.
But where do you go from the alligator though? So what's the next animal
Like
that
a
you have to
tiger.
chuck?
You befriend a
Tiger.
black bear or something like that.
Shit, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. Anything else happening in Florida news, or is?
No, there was also there was the man who was in court. And he was wearing a "fuck the police" T-shirt while he was in court,
Nice.
and he still won
Really?
his case. I don't know what his case was, but he still won.
So you haven't read your article, and you came with
Well, they wouldn't let me find it.
bogus
Like the-
story that's not
just
even
quite like that
accurate.
story.
No, that's awesome.
I'd like the idea of that story.
Mm.
Also, but you can't throw someone in jail for wearing a T-shirt like that. That's freedom of speech.
That's
You can't stop
bullshit.
anyone.
They did it here.
I think that because it's inciting
did it in this
hatred.
country.
Really?
Yeah, some cop got killed. I think it was a woman cop. Probably about, I've been here 8 years, so 5-6 years ago, maybe longer than that, 6-7 years ago. And some guy had a T-shirt on that said, I don't know what it said, but it made some disparaging comment about this female cop being killed, and he got arrested and put in jail for it.
Yeah, I think inciting hatred. That's,
Yeah. Well,
that's
but
an offense.
then it may be kind of different in that if you have targeted a specific person rather than just saying the police. Because if you just say the police, it's not. I mean, it's kind of inciting hatred, but you're not targeting a person. Maybe
but
because
that's
this
inciting
guy
hatred
here targeted
against-
a person.
a much bigger group of people, which
Yeah.
is even worse.
Yeah. But when you actually when you threaten somebody specifically rather than just something, it's considered slightly different. Maybe it shouldn't be, but it's
Kind of like
considered
when you said kill somebody earlier. And I'm not going to repeat.
different. Yes.
But
What a chump.
that's still not. That's speech should be protected, and you should be able to have whatever you want on a T-shirt. You know, so
That shouldn't
whether it
determine
said
whether you're
cops
innocent or guilty.
whether it says cops or one person, you should still be able to wear it.
Yeah.
You know, without there being trouble.
That doesn't determine your guilt or innocence by the T-shirt that you wear.
Well, it depends. What if you had a picture of a paedophile on your T-shirt and an address?
A
And
picture of another paedophile, or that you saying you're the paedophile.
so a picture of a paedophile on your T-shirt.
But there's nothing wrong with that.
No,
I
no,
mean,
no,
there
wait,
is-
wait,
there
wait,
are
wait,
so
wait.
many things wrong with
And
that.
you
but
had
there's
their
no-
address on your T-shirt saying they are a sexual predator, blah, 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 paedophile. Are you saying somebody could get away wearing such a T-shirt?
But that's different because you're revealing someone's information. You're
But
not,
also you're saying they're sexual predator and you're revealing,
yeah,
revealing
which is
their
why it's
identity.
different. Which is why, but like,
I think
if
that's
you just had,
inciting hatred.
if you just had a picture of a paedophile,
And then, you said
there's
kill,
nothing-
and then you said kill this paedophile.
no,
and then
you
you had
can't
the
do that, 'cause
address.
That's a specific threat. You can't do that. If you
But,
just
but we were just saying.
what?
Well, whatever.
You're right.
I don't think you could.
You can't have like a threat like this says kill this person, whoever the person is. If it doesn't matter if it's a paedophile or a regular guy or whoever it is. But like if you just had a picture of a paedophile, people would think you're strange. But like you couldn't be arrested for it because it's just
No,
like
it wouldn't be a picture of it. It would be something
You'd have
with
to try and
a
justify it.
message that kind of said to incite hatred against them. Like
In which
that
case-
should be imprisoned. You know, that's an imprisonable.
Yeah, it's kind of like when Kathy Griffith took the picture or whatever of Donald
with
Trump
holding the head.
with the head, and that was just an image, right? And she got all kinds of hell for that.
Well, she got cancelled and all that was cancel culture and all that kind of stuff.
Well, there's more than that. She's on like no-fly lists and all kinds of stuff.
Oh,
If
wow,
if you tweet her name in your phone right now, you'll get like all kinds of new followers from like Twitter
really?
that are like, yeah, from the government and China and shit. Yeah,
Okay.
I
like
want them. I want them to
immediately.
follow me.
So
No, you don't want them
Finally,
now.
can get on their radar.
exactly right, exactly.
Yay, being monitored. Woo.
We're monitored all day long here anyway in this country. You guys love a CCTV in the UK, man. It's crazy.
We're joining your wave. Ring doorbells and all this kind of stuff.
Our ways, we don't have CCTV in
No.
the States like you guys have.
No,
Ring's
no,
been
no,
around
no.
in the US for years, hasn't it? I thought
No, I'm talking
But
about
in terms of
on
the
the
numbers.
streets and stuff
Oh.
like that. Those
um,
cameras.
Aren't we like one of the countries in the world that has the most
probably.
CCTV?
Yeah, I can see
and like,
it.
and you think of our size as well. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah. California
Pretty
has
sure
about
it's
as many
fucking-
people as you do in this whole country.
Even though I was saying to my sister on my birthday, because we started talking about conspiracy theories, because I was talking about this podcast and how we all just talk madness. And saying that like we don't actually even need CCTV cameras anymore because of the technology on our phones. Or the CCTV cameras are almost like a placebo. You don't need it anymore. You don't need to track people in the same way you used to because now you've got enough technology that can track people anyway.
It's just a backup system.
Yeah.
You've got to watch Utopia. I'm going to find it.
yeah,
I'm going to
true.
download it.
Send
There's a scene in there like what you're talking about. And the guy's just like, he's watching himself on the news. That's all I can say. I can't tell you. I'll give it away.
Okay.
I'm gonna find it. It's messed up because you're just like, wow, that could so easily happen. When you're watching it, you're just like, oh yeah, I can see that happening, and then you're just thinking that guy did that shit, and nothing happens. You know, it's crazy. So yeah, we have all kinds of stuff.
But that reminds me. Well, it reminded me of a scene from Peep Show, which is based on another one. When I read it in like the newspaper, it was like when I knew I was fat. And somebody said they were watching the news and they saw themselves on the news, but their faces blurred out.
Oh no!
And they're like, obesity, epidemic. Just like,
That's awesome. I always wondered who are those people. Could you imagine how you would feel if you saw yourself on the TV? And it's only that one that's really bad.
Yeah.
You know?
You got like the poster boy or like whatever posting up for like that movement, and they're just like, we must fight against this.
And it's a segment that runs every 5 minutes, and it's like the way that you know how like they have the little scenes that like close the program as they go to a break, and it just keeps on just showing you walking out of McDonald's with like 3 burgers
on
and
a
you're
loop.
Just like, I had that one time. That one time it happened, and now it's just this is life now.
It's just on a loop, and it just.
I've got one more Floridian story.
Ooh.
Oh no, we Floridian.
Hit it. Oh shit! Sorry.
Oh no, he Floridian. See? Did you realise you were doing that? Please tell me.
Well, no, that was like miming.
That was a
And I was
reflex.
like, no,
She
I was
realised she
miming,
was doing that.
I quite like it. I want to mime it, video myself.
We've already done it. So yeah, we'll.
The guy who went and stabbed someone twice and he didn't have any arms.
So how did he?
Yeah.
Skip to the Monty Python sketch.
Explain
I
that
don't
one.
know. I didn't actually read the whole article,
Mate,
but
you're
I
gonna
just
do
think
some
it's
fucking
great.
research.
What the fuck you been doing? We haven't done a show in 3 weeks, Liam.
Great.
Fucking Liam.
I just think it's great. I think it's great.
But how would he stab? I'm trying to hypothesize in my head here. So did he have a device and he managed to put the
He has either
blade
got to
in
put
and
a
he was
knife.
like,
What
in his mouth?
He's either got to go in his mouth, or he technically doesn't have any any arms, like any extended arms, but like maybe he has like something that goes to like his elbow, and he doesn't have any forearms, and he can he's got.
But to
like,
stab someone, that's a lot of.
maybe he's Edward
force.
Scissorhands.
Whoa, that'd be
Floridian
crazy.
Edward Scissorhands.
Or would he like have it attached to his knee?
Attached to his
and then
knees?
No, he's actually an artist. He's a homeless guy.
Yeah.
And he is a Florida native, and he paints with his feet and stuff like that.
Wow,
Yeah.
pretty
So
cool, man.
apparently he clutched some scissors with his feet and knifed this 22-year-old guy twice before running away.
What was that 22?
Did he run away?
Did
Did he run with scissors? Because it's more dangerous if you're holding the scissors with your feet.
We've got a button just for that, joke.
I was just gonna
should've
call
brought out the
him like
clapping one.
Blade
Yeah,
Runner. I
mark
was
that.
like, oh, that's a good one, huh? Shit.
So basically what happens is this guy, he's homeless. The guy with no arms was laying down on the street, and he says this guy who he stabbed was a tourist. He just came up to him and punched him while he was sleeping.
Oh, that's fucking rude.
Yeah, she's sympathetic.
Oh,
He's laughing his ass
people went
off.
so
This is what it
rude.
was, right? Because he got punched. So he gets punched, and like he's just it's just strange thing that the first thing he thinks is, oh, where's the scissors? And he has to go with his feet, like because you know how normally you just be like, he's got to be like.
Well, you never know. Maybe he fell asleep with the scissors in between his toes or whatever, and then he's.
In which case, he probably deserved to be punched because someone was like, "This guy's gonna,
I'm saying the
hurt
opposite.
somebody.
I'm saying the opposite. Maybe he fell asleep with those scissors between the toes. He's punched and he's just startled, and then his foot just, automatically, just like a reflex, like bam, bam,
Stabs.
and I was like, oh, you stabbed me. I'm sorry. I think the moral of these stories are don't be fucking rude. Don't be rude. Don't be throwing alligators. Don't be punching people when they're sleeping. I'm sorry. I feel like he deserved a bit of a stabbing. That's right. He only got stabbed twice. Come on with a pair of scissors. It's fine. It's nothing.
I mean, if you're gonna punch anyone and not expect to be stabbed, it's gonna be the guy you punched that has no arms. You're gonna think, I'm not gonna get stabbed here because he has no arms, and then you get stabbed anyway. That's just unlucky. That's what I'm saying. Yes. What are the chances of being stabbed when a guy has no arms?
I'm glad. I'm good for you.
It's like when
Blade
the tiger
Runner. Then good for you, man. Can't let people take advantage of you. And like, shouldn't he be getting some disability allowance and like be in a have a roof over his head? What the fuck's going on here? I'm thinking about the bigger picture here. He should be in a house. He should have a roof over his head so he can sleep in peace. Okay.
Paid in peace.
Yeah, man.
Okay,
Exactly.
well,
Jenny podcast is running for office. Over there.
Exactly.
She knows the Richmond mayor now.
If he wasn't homeless, he'd be fine. You never would have had this incident.
If you were mayor?
No, I'm saying if he wasn't homeless.
Oh, well, you don't know that. Maybe he was. Maybe he had a tendency to stab people anyway.
He liked to sleep on benches or something during the day.
Yeah.
It's like
Part of his creative thought process.
Yeah, maybe.
Sleeping outside. That's hilarious. Anyway, we were watching this clip about 90. Was it 90 Day Bride? 90 Day
90
Fiance.
Fiancé.
That's what it was.
Or do you get like men who are looking? No, don't worry. I'm gonna stop talking.
You were
What
going to
were
say,
you-
do you
you
get
have
men that
to-
are looking for women?
Well, no, because like I thought the emphasis was more kind of like, like the women are like flown in. You know what I mean? So I'm wondering if there's like,
to do with
if
them
there's,
getting visas and
if there's,
passports.
well, I thought that'd be a way more interesting twist because it's like, also I don't love you and you're getting deported. I'm like, no, no, Brad, please, no, puppy, kind of thing. I thought it'd be funny.
I think they are from other countries. The ones that I've seen, they're from other countries.
the
That's
ones that they
definitely illegal.
mentioned.
You can't just go and you can't deliberately go and marry someone. So they wouldn't do it on TV. It's like, oh, here's how you earn your passport. You have to marry. You can't do that.
Okay, like maybe like one day before the 3-month like tourist visa's up. And then you have like these guys from like, I don't know, whatever agency, and they're like looking at them, and they're like, oh no, they're here, why are they here? It's like, you have 24 hours to leave this country. It's like, nah.
The one I saw, the guy went to the other country. Like he was going.
That's what I was trying to get at.
Yeah, he went to her country.
Ooh, where did she live?
She lived in, I don't know, somewhere in South America. And
Interesting move.
she was horrible to this guy. And like he got there to meet this woman, and she wasn't at the airport to pick him up. And he called, and she's like, yeah, you need to take the bus and come to the village and da-da-da-da-da. So he gets there, and then she's they don't have a house, and he's sleeping at the grandmother's house, like on the floor.
She couldn't afford to get to the airport.
He's been sending her money this whole time. They have like a
Whoa,
chicken
why would
farm
he do
or
that?
something.
What a chump.
Yeah.
And he's American. And
Yeah,
he's
I
like,
think, yeah. And she was just mean.
maybe she couldn't
when
get
he
a
got
visa to
there.
go to America. That's why he had to go and see her.
You probably have to go and live there first for 6 months or something, maybe, and then you can. I don't
Live
know
on
how
their
America
chicken
works.
farm and whatnot.
And was he a nice guy? And she was just unnecessary.
Super nice guy. She
like-
was an absolute.
Super nice but
Biatch.
geeky. And she was like a sexy, like, little pobrecita. What was the
She
situation?
was all right. She was.
Pobrecita señorita.
I don't know if she could do the dance like that or not.
No, not many people can.
But yeah, so that's kind of weird. That's kind of weird. I can't imagine. But I mean, some religions, they have arranged hookups anyway. But I can't imagine like dating someone from like a game show or TV show or whatever.
Oh, the pressure in basically saying like 90 days and this is happening. That's
A lot
So
can
there's a lot to
happen in
cram in.
90 days,
there's a lot
though.
to cram in as well. But like, there's a lot can happen. But like, that's a lot to get. Like, there's a lot to do in that time. That's a busy 90 days. That is
What do you mean?
because most of the time, in general, like you can get to know someone for 3-4 years before you get engaged or whatever.
Or
You
even
got to
like,
cram all that in 90 days.
or you just like
That's a lot.
dating initially. You just see you once a week, maybe
Right.
every other week. It's just like suddenly we're gonna spend it 24 hours together every day. I'm not even gonna sleep, so I can just look at you when you're sleeping, so I can get to know you. It's like intense, you know. And like after the first week, it's like, okay, now you're my family.
Like they basically have to meet each other's families within like a
Yeah.
month, and they have to move in within like 2 months, and that still only gives them 1 more month to get to know each other to the point where they're like, okay, yeah, now we're actually gonna.
Some
get
people
married
though,
or
I
whatever.
think, have like a predisposition to they progress quick with their relationships anyway, regardless of the situations. You know, they move really fast. Like I know people that move in. You know, they've been dating for a couple months. So
It's like, I don't want to pay rent anymore.
hey, you know, it's like, hey, I'm always over here. You know, I only be going home to water the plants. So yeah, you know, she moves in and.
Yeah, but
Okay, you're just talking from your own experience.
Yeah, that's real. I'm saying that's real. You know, I've seen it. I'm not saying I've done it.
There's a lot of pressure there.
Yeah.
There's a lot. That's moving quick. That's moving quick.
No shit. But then
And doing it as part of a TV program where it's like, okay, yeah, so you're gonna have to do this because like we got cameras looking at you.
yeah.
You can't just get to day 50 and be like, oh yeah, I'm cutting.
But they choose, don't they? They're like,
Yeah,
to
I was
get
gonna say,
married
it
or
doesn't
not
always
married.
work.
So it's
They're
not like
always
you just
just
like,
like-
you have to get married.
you don't have to,
you're
but
working
that's-
towards that goal.
Yeah, that's the time frame we're giving you, and then we ship you off or whatever. You have to get married. So.
Give me your passports. Bye.
Anyway, I haven't watched the whole show. I'll watch it for the next time we come in. What do you got for us on the dating side of the
Dating
game?
segments. So Valentine's Day.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be the rest of the show. Let me just settle in.
Oh, no. Okay. So the theme, yeah, it stems from the roses. Enjoy the pun.
I don't even question it anymore, dude. I just
Just
let it
crack on
happen.
with it,
Yeah, just let it happen and
So,
it'll fall out later.
expectations, okay? Not just in the context of Valentine's Day. Think wider picture here. So, you know about Vincent. We've been going out for now nearly 5 months. Valentine's Day. I need some basic shit, you know? I need a card. I need a card. Like, it's not even I want. It's like, I have to have a card
From him, you mean?
from him. But
Yeah.
yeah. What,
Can I have a
just like-
cupcake, please? I'm like dying for
no, it
some
wasn't.
sugar.
It wasn't your birthday, so.
Wow.
Which one are you gonna get? Don't give him the chocolate ones.
She's like, I'm putting those in my bag.
Lick them
Sweet.
quickly. Lick them quickly.
So anyway, sorry.
Oh yeah. So expectation. So I would really like a card. I love
No, you
cards.
need a card.
Like
You need a
need it.
Oh yeah,
Need it.
need.
I need a
Sorry.
card.
Right.
Because you know that's my love language. It's my love language. I love.
Cards?
Yeah. Well, no, because it kind of feeds into the whole compliments thing. When somebody says like nice shit about you, and I'm like,
What if your card just said like, yeah, cheers?
to Jenny.
To a great friend.
Yeah. To Jenny mate. Your friend Vincent.
All the
I'll be
best.
like,
See
yeah,
you next
then I'll be
year.
like,
Right.
It was
wow.
wonderful.
I mean, that shit's done. Thank you very much. But I like nice sentimental things, like what you know, if he took the time to write a little poem, or just like a nice line. You know what I mean?
You so want a poem.
I've written him a poem.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, it was only a few lines long. I might make it a bit longer, but maybe not. It's quite cheeky. Bit of wordplay. And hopefully a bit of wordplay leads to full play. You know how I mean? Yeah, but also it's got some nice kind of like tender sentiment in there too. It's a fine balance, but achieved.
So what else do you want? You want a card?
Okay, I want a card. And I said, I've told him this bit already. I was like, I would like 1 red rose. One. Actually, I think 1 red rose is more powerful than, you know, like a massive bouquet of roses. I think 1 is genuine.
I ain't never heard a woman ever say that shit in my life.
Really? I think
Ever.
20 or whatever, that's showing off.
Doesn't. Her,
Yeah,
usually
it's just
doesn't.
like the whole idea of when a man turns up and he's got flowers and you're like, what the fuck have you done? You know, the situation.
Oh, you mean for him? Oh, okay. See, this. I'm thinking you're talking about you getting flowers at work on Valentine's Day.
Oh, no.
Yeah, because see, if that happens, then the woman wants Because it's for
Oh, yeah,
people in
you
the
wanna be
office
like-
to see, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. You need like to be surrounded, and you're
Right.
just like, oh, he's in a florist right now. Like, hey, maybe you can have one of my roses because I have so many. I probably wouldn't notice. So yeah, you could do that. Actually, that sounds fun. I might do that. I'll just send myself some roses.
To me, from me.
So I've set that expectation. Like that's what I'm looking for. Okay, and then just to give you another example, not Valentine's Day related as such. I got a friend, Kelly. She's okay. So she got together with a guy who's in the Navy when she was in Oman for like a few days. Since now it's like in October, and since then they've been talking, and she's gonna fly over to America because now that's where he's based to see him. Okay, it was quite exciting. It's like, ooh, and she's like, oh, some people think I'm crazy because we like really like had like 2 nights together or something. But I'm like, you know what? You've been talking, you've been building the intimacy, you've got to know each other, and you really like who the other person is. Like, go for it. And she's very like she's traveled and lived all over the world, so she's not rooted to one place. So if she found someone somewhere else, she would go there, or like that person would have to have the flexibility for her. So she's going to go, and she was just saying how he's going to come and pick her up from the airport. And I was like, that's very nice. Yeah, that's good. And she's like, I really hope he brings me flowers. And, he greets me with flowers at the airport. And I'm like, oh, yeah, that'd be nice. That'd be nice. But he might not. Just like to, piss all over her prey. Because I was just thinking, I mean, that's the thing. Like, where's the fine line here? The thing is, I kind of want to tell Vincent, I'm going to have to tell him tomorrow, I'm also expecting a card. So I want a card. I want 1 red rose. I said we don't have to go out for dinner or whatever because it's just a rip-off. And it's just so awkward. They try and pack the restaurants.
So why do you want the card then or the flower?
No, I want both.
Why
both.
though?
Because I just feel they're romantic.
Is he not romantic 364 other days of the year?
That's a
No.
no.
No, like he does like nice things and like thoughtful things, but
He
I wouldn't
does.
necessarily classify them as romantic.
Okay.
So I think this is
You need him to
elevate the game.
level up for.
Well, no, it's just, he does very nice. Like, I really appreciate some of the stuff he does, but like Valentine's Day, you gotta make it that a little
There
bit
is
more
this
special.
social pressure too. Like Valentine's Day is like the day where like it's heightened.
Well, that's
No
what
matter
I'm
you
getting
normally
to.
do is
Yeah.
you've got to like even if you say, for example, every day you wake up and you say like, oh, good morning this, and you make her a coffee. Like this is the morning where you bring her coffee and some food.
Yeah, you gotta
and
level up. You gotta come with a little
you
extra.
do
Yeah,
the
you
da-da-da.
bring a bit extra. I like to think.
Can I say though?
Well,
and this
what?
is where I've got to interject a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, so your friend, for example, she goes, "Oh, I really hope he greets me at the airport with flowers."
Yeah.
And this is probably just me, and this is where I have a little bit of almost like a thing in the back of my head. But it's
Okay.
like guys are not mind readers.
Well, this is the thing.
He is
This is what
gonna
I'm trying to
think-
say.
'Cause
Yeah.
he's gonna think like I'm doing a nice thing by picking her up at the airport.
Yeah, and
So
I was
he's-
thinking, like, how far away is he from the airport? Like, even the fact it might take him over, like, an hour to drive to the airport. Like, I was trying to say to her, if he doesn't bring you flowers, you got to think about that. He drove over an hour to pick you up from the airport. And it might not be seen as romantic, but that is a very loving gesture.
Yeah.
So, like, even more loving than bringing flowers, in a way. So I was just trying to say that to her. Like, but this is the thing. So what I'm trying to, find out is where do you draw the line? Like, do you tell exactly then? Nobody's a mind reader, so do you just tell them like my approach?
Well,
I'm
some
expecting
hints.
this and that, or whatever, or you let them to their own devices, and if they do what you're thinking, it's like, oh my god, that's amazing, like wow, because it's like genuinely came from them. They initiated it. You didn't have to like drop hints and all this kind of stuff, or do you? Yeah, you just tell them like, yeah, are you suggesting you hints?
I think if you don't say anything at all,
Yeah.
and you spend your whole time building up, going, I hope he does this, if he did this, like, you should be happy if it happens, but you shouldn't be mad if it doesn't happen.
That's a good
You
approach.
should, if you really want it to be done like that, then you should just throw a subtle hint in there and leave it at that. Let it marinate. Don't say it like like 5 minutes before. Like, say something and let it marinate and see if he kind of keeps it in the back of his mind as something that he can do.
Yeah.
but don't force it as well, because then otherwise it's just like she's been bugging me for the last 2 weeks.
That's
I'm
the
meeting at the
thing.
airport with flowers.
You don't want him to have like a shitty
Jeez.
attitude about it. You
Yeah.
fucking flowers. And
Yeah,
you're like,
she launches
"Ah."
them on the floor.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, well, I drove all the way here, and now I'm not even going to take you home. You're going to... The flowers cost the amount of petrol money, so you're actually going to get the bus, and I will see you there. Cheers.
Oh, wow, Liam.
Yeah.
Wow.
Good luck at Saturday night at the toy box.
Why I'm Single by Liam Sprague.
No, but you should, like I said, you can be, it's something where, because they're not mind readers, but people will still do nice things, but, like, be happy if he does it. If you're not going to say anything at all and you're just going to wing it, be happy if he does it, but don't be too mad if he doesn't.
Yeah, and then like some girls will like get all grumpy and shit, and they're like, oh,
Also,
what's
some people
wrong?
don't like
What's
that, and it's difficult to know sometimes who also, unless he's, because, like, for example, he may not know that this time around, but come next year,
Yeah.
he'll be like, oh, I know she really appreciates cards. I know she really
I
appreciates
think
cards.
maybe
And
that's
that's
the
when he'll
thing.
know, and that's when he'll do it. The
When you
first
have
one
to-
is a nightmare.
Yeah, you had to navigate that, and you had to get to know the person to kind of realize what they want. What
I
they
make
really
it clear.
Like.
I'm like, I don't do Valentine's Day. I'm
There
like,
you
we're
go.
not going anywhere.
Yeah.
I think it's a hustle. It's not
But
even
then
a
there's
real
no-
holiday.
Yeah.
You take all the pressure off, and it's easy.
It's
then.
done. I
You
let it
know
be
exactly
known.
where you're at.
But what
I
if
let it be known.
you know the woman you're dating is just like, oh, I would love a rose. That would really.
That's not a problem.
Whatever.
I don't
Okay,
have a problem
so
with that on
basically
any
you
level.
both set your own expectations,
Right.
and then you're like, cool, like that's your one. I'll satisfy it. This is your one.
Mm.
I'll totally ignore the day.
But 'cause
So-
how frustrated would you be, right? Is it because if you turned around and said like, "Oh, I don't really celebrate this day," and then it comes around and she's like, "You didn't get me a rose," you'd be like, "Yeah, because you know the situation and you didn't ask me for one, or I didn't suggest it, so I didn't get you one."
So she needs to be like, I do celebrate it somewhat. So you need to
Something at least
acknowledge
just
it a
plant-
little bit.
Plant a seed and see what grows.
Yeah, there just
Okay?
needs to be the communication there, obviously,
I
that this
think,
is what's
yeah.
up. I mean, this is where being 30 and being 46 comes, where that difference is, right? So for me, you're going to have that conversation.
Yeah,
You
I
are.
think that's the thing.
There's
You
not even a
know-
question of it. When you get older, you'll just be like, it's normal.
Was there
She'll
another
say,
podcast?
like she's doing. What's that?
Yeah, like on another podcast, you were kind of saying, like when it comes to sex as well, like when you're older, you'll be like, I like it like this.
You
this
have
and That,
to.
and that. Here are some diagrams.
Why
Let's
am
follow
I
them.
playing? Why am I
Because,
playing? I
yeah,
got time
I
to
know.
be playing. I
I
got
think it's
time.
some shit, but I know like the foundation.
Yeah.
You know, kind of thing.
And
So-
tell me what you want. There's nothing wrong with telling me what's happening, because it's like you don't like Chinese food, and every time we go out to eat, I'm like, maybe we should just go to this Chinese place, but you eat it anyway. You don't like it, it's okay, you can eat it, but sex is that's a
It's
big
not Chinese food.
that's a big fucking deal, man. I need to be 100% satisfied. You're gonna wear this. You're gonna put this.
Like, opens his wardrobe. And like, yes, there's multiple outfits for you to choose from.
You can
You
wear
might
the
need to
red
clean
one or
them
the blue
down
one. I don't
before you wear
care.
them.
Exactly. Don't make.
Don't
just-
mind the crust.
I don't know what kind of nasty motherfuckers you be fucking with. But no, there will be no crust.
Oh.
This is not the pizza
That's a
parlor.
romantic thing on Valentine's Day.
Oh. Disregard the crust. No, I think you need to let people know in general, especially when it comes to something like that. And if I'm with you, I'm still going to do something. I'll make dinner. Maybe you make dinner that night, and it's not a suggestion, but I'll make something nicer. You know how like when you watch Come Dine With Me, and they're like, this is just like pub grub or something that you could have made, but then someone else makes something really nice.
Yeah.
That's what I would do for dinner that night. So
Okay,
instead of making
elevate
the
the
normal
dinner game.
casserole shit, right, I'd make you something really nice. I'd look something up and, prep or something like that. I would do
spend
something
a whole
like that.
day like cooking or like.
I don't say nothing about no whole day.
Well, yeah.
Hold on a minute, damn it.
Spend a whole hour.
Let's say, reading the recipe.
But, like you spend time prepping rather than just whack it in the oven.
Yeah, no.
And
Oh
you get,
yeah,
like-
like
you
a
get,
ready
like,
meal. Like, I just ordered a Domino's. Isn't that what you wanted? And to get the pepperoni put into a hot.
No, it's all good. I would definitely up the game, but I'm not taking you anywhere.
Yeah. Oh, it's such a rip off. I fucking hate it.
You love it.
No.
You love
Actually,
it.
for a long time, I think I remember at uni and I went out for Valentine's dinner, and it was just I really didn't like it because they try and pack in more tables than usual, and you're sitting elbow to elbow with other couples, and you're like, we could have had this food yesterday or tomorrow, and it'd be half the price. So I'd rather just spend like twice as much money and get, twice, the same amount of money and get twice as much. Another day.
I got a friend in LA, the one I was telling you about earlier, the one that said that London girls are ugly.
That's okay, I'm not from London.
Him and his partner, they don't go out on New Year's Eve. It's just they go out on New Year's Day in the morning for breakfast and drinks.
Yeah.
He's like, there's no one out, especially in LA, because everyone's passed out, from the night before.
I like that plan though. That's a good plan.
That's dope.
Especially if you live in a vibrant place anyway. Like it's like just being out the night before, it doesn't make no difference.
No difference at all.
Yeah.
None.
But I thought there's traction now, like on New Year's Day parties.
Yeah.
Kind of like all day raves. I thought that was like a thing now.
Really?
Yeah, guys.
I like the idea of that.
Yeah, it's good, right? To be honest, I wish you can like dance, like have more clubby things during the day. Especially during work. Sometimes I'm like, I just wanna like sing and like just dance. Well, no, I mean not insane at all. But like I'm just blowing off steam.
For my meeting. Drinks, so no alcohol, no drinks. You just walk in and just have a dance and leave.
Have a drink, or just like a smoothie. You're like, No, sometimes I just feel like I need to go somewhere and just shake it off.
No, just go into the toilet cubicle and shake it off or something like that. Bring your own speaker in there and just have your own little rave. One of those little portable disco lights, and they just see this like sort of rave going on there. Someone at some point will knock on the door and be like, either are you okay or can I come in?
Yeah,
right.
True. That'd be great for other people.
Someone's gonna either join you or call someone.
They're gonna be like, well, no, they're probably like in the loo and like the music would cover their farts and stuff. So they're gonna be thanking me at the end of it. I'm like providing a service.
Sing along. Toilet raves.
Wow.
That'd be quite funny. You have a DJ in one of the toilets, and it's like a roulette thing because they keep moving, and you're like, oh, okay. And then I get to the one next door or something, and they're like playing like some low bass. So like,
makes going to work interesting, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. I always wanted a party carriage, or on a tube or something, or like on a bus, like on the way to work, so you could just be like, sing some nice happy songs, and you're just like, hey.
Do you have that at your job?
No.
I don't have it at my job, but it should be something. I
quite like the idea of there being like an actual, so that there is actually like, I like the idea of there being a bus in London that just literally has its own route, goes all around London, and is literally just constantly playing music, and you just go on there, you do your regular journey, but it's like a party bus.
Yes, fun,
so you get on it knowing exactly what the situation is.
Yeah.
It's only going to be these lively people that are getting on throughout the day. And it is like a regular bus. You are on, you tap in, tapping your oyster, off. But like in between, you can either dance, you can sit, you can just listen to music, you can chill.
Get some drinks, have some drinks. Yeah, I think
do you know how many people would do that?
I know, right?
Even
you
regular,
can do that. You
even
can
regular Londoners.
like rent a bus and make it into a buddy bus. But like a regular one actually can get you from A to B, and you're just like, wow, that journey was a bit more.
And fun. Who doesn't win at practical and fun? Come on.
Exactly.
Don't tell me you don't think that's a good idea on any level.
Start it up,
Best
man.
idea.
Get yourself a GoFundMe and make it reality.
You can drive the bus.
I'll drive the bus.
Yeah, I'd be like the hype woman. I'd be like
all in the loudspeakers.
You can be the ticket inspector.
DJ. Tickets, whatever.
Yay.
You need tickets for the fun bus.
Boring.
Yeah, exactly. But show me your ticket and be like a dance move. Oh, yeah, exactly. So
you get to go to the top level, to the VIP.
You be the DJ.
Oh, that'd be crazy. Like in the summer, like the top, like, but it's not going to be like a safe bus. There'd be like no seats or anything, and hold on, like but then I was like, they joined the party bus, and that's probably the way they wanted to go. So, it's fine, yeah.
Doing what they loved.
Doing what they loved.
That's hilarious. Did we ever talk about because we were kind of talking about dating, do we even care to talk about Meghan and Prince Harry? Is that his name? Harry leaving, going to Canada.
Bye, see ya.
Passing on their royal stuff. I don't know how you English people tend to feel about that stuff. So,
I myself am not a huge royals fan. for me, it's like you do you, boo boo. I don't care. So they can go off to Canada. I think that, for example, so this house they were given in Sussex or whatever, because they're the Duke and Duchess or whatever, like something like that. That house should now be if they want to. But the house should now be like, shouldn't just go like back to the royal family, for example. That should be sold back like to the community, or like money should go to the community. If they're giving up that house and that, like, you know, the title of royals, then the things that they have or they've been given here should go back to the people, because that's who's giving it to them in the first place.
But who owns that house?
But even if it just goes to, like, I don't know, for example, the local council that they live in or something like that, and the money that the house, the value of the house that it's worth goes to them, and then they can use it for, you know, non-profit things, whatever those things are. I think that should be shared and spread out.
Depends. Because I think, as I understand it, the royal family have their own, some of their own money, right? So if they bought that house from their own, like, private fortune, then it's theirs.
Right.
But their
Yeah, but
fortune's
if
still
it's-
basically
if
all been
it's-
built on what they've been given by.
Well,
Yeah, but that's
it's actually, I
everything,
think
though,
it's
isn't it?
separate. I think it's, you know, they actually have some of their own money, and then there's like the money that they get from taxes and stuff. So I could be wrong, but I thought that was the
They do have their
differentiation.
own money,
So
but they
therefore,
have their own businesses.
Yeah.
But their businesses are based on things that they've been given or inherited. Like the royal family owns like nightclubs in certain areas and things like that. They
Do
own
they?
all kinds of random stuff.
But that's like everywhere, though, isn't it? That's what I'm saying. It's like most companies are like that, passed down and shit. And
But because the royal family is essentially supposed to be here as, like, you know, a shining beacon of light example and all this kind of whatever you want to call it. And they're supposed to be here for the people. Then if someone is stepping down from their royal duties, I'm absolutely fine with that. You should be free to do that. You should do that if you want to do that. But then all these things that you've been given. So let's just say they have, because obviously, like, for example, Meghan was an actress and she was in Suits and she's got her own money. To a degree, I don't know how much money she's got. But she's got her own money.
yeah, she
Harry
don't
would have
got
made his
Harry
own money being in the army and all that kind of stuff as well.
all right, for the army.
But like all the things that they've literally been given. So like this house that they moved into in Sussex, they didn't just go on Zoopla and start house hunting.
Right.
They were given this place.
Yeah.
So something like that, they should have to, in some form or another, give it back to the community.
Well, yeah, if that belongs to like the state. Well, I don't know if they.
But the royal family owns it. But like if they've been given that house and they're now leaving the royal family, I don't
Don't
think
really
that should
know
just
how
go
it
back to the royal
works.
family. The royal family themselves can just give away like a £2 million house or how much this house is worth,
Yeah.
and they can lose it. They're good.
Yeah.
They are on the money.
The thing is, isn't.
The Queen is on the money.
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah, they shouldn't, but.
Have you got any ID? Look at a tenner.
Yeah.
That's
But-
it. She never has to be asked for ID in her life. She is the money.
Yeah, that'd be pretty sweet. But what was I gonna say about that? I was gonna say, but because I remember, like, well, I didn't really read that much into it, so I just made a lot of assumptions, trying to make things more interesting in my head.
No one cares about the
Yeah,
truth when the,
the
lie
facts.
is more
Ah,
entertainment.
So somebody told me that okay, fine, Meghan, Harry are leaving, and I was like, oh my god, they're not gonna get any money, like no money at all. And I was like, oh, this is really interesting. And then I heard like about like Prince Harry. He's like talking to the CEO of Disney, and he's like, "Please give my wife a job, please. Like
Really?
she's a real princess. She can do the voice for Disney princess because she's a princess." And the guy's like, "Oh, this is all good, you know." And so I was like, "Oh, little Deso, Harry, like, you know, laying it on thick there." But then so that's why I thought they're gonna have no money. And then I started coming up with some very interesting ideas, and I was thinking they should have their own reality TV show, and they have to do like really shit jobs. Like Meghan, she had to work in a McDonald's in Vancouver for a while.
They did that with Paris Hilton.
Yeah, what, that was a
Simple
great
Life.
show, yeah. And then like Prince Harry would be like the janitor at the McDonald's, and they'd be like, "Oh, Harry."
Like Prince Akeem in
Yeah.
Coming to America.
And he was like, the tires are plugged up again. You know? Can you go? No, we haven't got a budget for rubber gloves. Just go in there. Kind of thing. I thought it'd be quite a good show to see like how they could like try and cope.
I can't
the
believe
real
that no
life.
one's made a Coming to America.
Coming to
hasn't
Canada.
made a Coming to, well, it's technically it's North America, so you can still
Ah,
stay. You can still
coming
say.
to North America.
You can still say Coming to America and use Prince Harry and I'm on that shit tomorrow. Get me a
Oh,
lookalike.
is that tomorrow?
Huh? I said
they-
I'm on it tomorrow. I'm gonna get me a lookalike, a couple doubles,
Okay.
and then you film your own little series of Meghan and Harry and
Hey.
Canada. I don't know. I'm speaking. Anyway,
But
They shouldn't be, if they're leaving the royal family again, that's the sort of thing that they shouldn't be able to do. They shouldn't be able to use their connections to, like, suddenly he shouldn't be able to, and I mean, you can't stop him. We shouldn't just be able to go to the CEO of Disney and be like, oh, we're about to leave the royal family, so we're going to be really poor now.
well, why though? But that comes with that's one of the benefits of having that association with the royal family is for me to be able to say fuck it and then go out there and because you're gonna get that hookup anyway.
Oh yeah, I mean the thing is, even if you weren't even if you're not part of the royal family, you use your connections anyway.
Yeah, that's what life is.
Yeah,
that's why people go to university in the States. You're gonna be the future judge. You're gonna be in Congress. Someone's a lawyer.
Yeah.
You making networking for later.
Yeah, or even if just like, hey, yeah, my friend, he owns a shisha bar. He's going to give me like a 10% discount. Cool, I'm going to go there.
Yeah.
So that's, using your connections. But going from what somebody told me, Prince Charles or whatever, like the royal family will be giving them like their own, an allowance as such. And so I was like, oh, that ruins the fun. I wanted them to be on benefits.
Well, you have to know. You have to know you're gonna get that.
Yeah, like that's the thing. Exactly. I would have loved that. Like really, had to set them up in a council flat or something. That's
never.
Yeah.
Never.
But they're probably half of the stuff they're also going to be given stuff just like the area that they move to will probably like the people who make the decisions in that area, for example, could just give them a free house. They'll just be like, if we can say that we are hosting royalty here.
Oh yeah, they're probably going to get some freebies.
They'll be given a house. They'll be given a car. They'll be given.
But that happens all the time.
Yeah.
Celebrities are like that. When I lived in LA, and somebody would come into like where I worked when I worked at the hotel, and they'd comp everything. I'm like, and then here's this guy over here sat with his people, who have nowhere near as much money as they do, and they're paying for all their food and all their drinks.
It's ironic, isn't it? It's just now that that's celebrities, they made it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So yeah, that happens everywhere, man. I'm not saying I don't like it either. I think it's not right, but it's. I understand. It's the way of the
world, and I get it. I just And
well, they want the business.
It's slightly different being celebrities to being royals. I just see that as different as well.
Royalty's on a whole nother level than celebrity, though. So it's like you can expect the house. If I go out, I can. If I'm an actor on TV, I could expect you to give me a steak when I come to your restaurant and my drinks. I can expect that. I can expect to go to an event and there be a swag bag and a trip to a spa or whatever. I'm going to get that for free. I'm going to get a trip somewhere for free. Somebody's going to, maybe give me a car, but it's all about business and what I can promote for you, and you're going to give it to me for free. But when you're royal, they're going to give you a house. They're going to give you all kinds of shit.
Yeah, they're going to make sure you don't have to testify in court.
For my ultimate
Wait. Say that again.
I'm saying, oh yeah, when you're royal, they're going to make sure you don't have to testify in court. You're not going to be called as a key witness or anything.
It's true. Again, something you shouldn't be allowed to get away with. Let's be honest.
Shit's bullshit.
Who else can just have the FBI knock at their door and be like, no, it's all right.
It's not a good time for me right now.
Please go to the toilet and flush some tapes down there. I'll be back in a minute. Like who? No.
Lots of people, but not as many as.
That shouldn't be.
It's
again,
not normal. It's not normal, but yeah, there's.
This is how it works, and this is what they can do, and this is what if you're in that station. But the fact that is, and that people aren't paying more attention to the fact that he's just able to not talk to the FBI, and nothing is really happening about it yet. Until something really incriminating comes out that forces him to, he will be able to avoid it. Unless something comes out that's insane and proves that he was, with this girl on this day, completely. He won't have
well,
to
that's been proved.
Well, it's been
through that photo, but
yes, but not rock solid. As in,
I can't remember it, so didn't happen.
Yeah.
Can't be me.
I don't sweat.
Because that is not my clubbing shirt. So,
Anyway, so I don't got anything else to say. You guys are all quiet now, so it kind of just killed the whole vibe and ends the show.
Yeah, Prince Andrew
on a
killed my
lovely,
fucking vibe.
yeah.
He killed my vibe.
These royal people, they suck it right out of you, don't they? So it's cool. We get out of here at a decent hour. It's 10 o'clock.
We're on better time than we normally are.
Yeah.
Wow. Now let's chat shit for an hour.
That's what's gonna happen.
This is when the real chat happens.
The after effect. So anyway, rate, review, subscribe. I'm not on camera. No one cares. Follow us here, there, and everywhere, wherever you get your podcast. Peace.
Peace.